Okay, another exciting day for you. I am just arrived at Brands Hatch Race Circuit. It is the 4th of March and this is going to be the first test for the all new Ford Focus. I just can't wait to get behind the wheel and see exactly and feel exactly what the car's like. To think that the guys have actually managed to get the car to this stage so early. They only got the shells at the start of December, and I've seen the amount of hard work and effort that's gone in. Today's going to be a real tester for us. So that's the first run out of the new Ford Focus, well underway. We've now completed roughly 25 laps. It's going really well. There's Ollie just out on track at the moment. What's really cool is his initial feedback is it's feeling pretty good already. I am going to get ready to drive the car soon. I'll give you some of my feedback straight after.
In 2020, the tyre regulations have changed. We will be using the Goodyear brand instead of Dunlop, and we will no longer have multiple compounds per weekend. 8 out of 9 events we will solely have the medium compound, and then for Thruxton only we'll be using the hard compound. And I think this is going to be a big change for all the drivers and all the teams, and we're going to have to adapt quickly to this. Motorbase continue their long-standing relationship with Mountune, who are building and managing the performance of our 2-litre turbo Ford engines, and they put out upwards of 350 horsepower. The team took the decision early on to seek the expertise of specialist companies in each area of the build, and the chassis was given to Custom Cages, who had the responsibility of designing and fabricating the new chassis. The relationship was close, and Motorbase had 2 employees who oversaw the build from start to finish. It's turned out fantastically.
I'm going to give you a little tour of my 2020 Ford Focus ST, built by Motorbase Performance. It's currently sitting in the cockpit, and I'm going to turn you around. Here we go, looking at the dash. So this is like the driver's eye view. What we have here on the steering wheel, we've got the flash button, so if I need to tell someone to get out of the way on track. Pit lane speed limiter. Now I can change the screen on the dash, so for example if I want to see what brake bias I have, I can put that on here and just check the settings. Down here we've got our different map settings. Map 4 is like a cooling map. When we come in the pit lane, it helps cool the turbo. Map 1 is usually the fast. And then we have a start mode. This brake it's almost like it's a line lock where we that we use on the start line. The dash itself, that tells us quite a lot of information, from what RPM we're on, when to change gear. The lights flash when we need to change up a gear. Gives us lap time, engine temperature, brake bias, so lots of good information on there, and any alarms if say something overheats. Over here we've got all the buttons that we need to press, for example lights, power steering, window wipers, so all the kind of normal stuff. Got our gear stick, which is as close as possible to the steering wheel. Sequential gearbox, got 6 speed, and then down here is quite important, we can actually make very quick changes to the brake bias. So this actually determines how much braking you have on the rear brake. So it's what we call like a line lock. So you open the valve and it provides more pressure to the rear, and then you close it and it reduces that. Down here we have our ballast box, so if we're successful we'll get more and more ballast and makes the car even slower. Right, I'm getting a look from engineer, I better go. all conditions today, which has actually worked out really well for our first test in the new Ford Focus. Dry morning, where we tried various things with the car, and actually it's in a pretty good place already. I did most of the wet running this afternoon. I have to say I'm really pleased. Pretty confidence inspiring car, and yeah, we got down to a pretty good pace. All in all, it's been a really successful first run. Let's see if we can just find that last little bit in the car, but as a starting point, got to be really proud of all the team members who have got the car to this stage and rolled it out of the box in a competitive manner. Let's hope this good form continues into the season. All right.